Howdy y'all, I am Ice Gold, and today, look at everything, man. Look at all of this. Look at how beautiful it is. This is the world of Krokotopia here on the test run build, as y'all can see, and it is just so immaculate now. But today, we're not going to talk about Krokotopia. For the most part, I could definitely wax poetic about how great the graphics update is. It's like I was showing some of my friends who haven't actually made it as far as Wallaru. I was showing them like the skyboxes for Wallaru and just the overall graphics, and they loved it like as much as I did. So for that graphics team to now get the chance to go to Croc and do that, it's like, look at this teleporter. Look at this teleporter. It's like before it was like sort of basic, but now it's like you step onto it, and yeah, I mean it's so detailed. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. I've got mad ADHD. I keep looking around at all this other stuff. But what we are talking about today is going to be the it's not confirmed. I want to point that out. It's not confirmed, but there has been a tweet made by the Atmoplex, which is saying, breaking news. It appears that all mainline Wizard City areas have been made free in this update, as they've been labeled free to play in the files. The Atmoplex is a data mining group that, goes around, finds stuff like this to sort of show to the world. It's why they're called a spoiler group, but they do post information like this, and if they're saying this, if they are saying, free-to-play zones labeled in the files, it's like, if that's what we're looking at for Cyclops Lane and Firecat Alley, that means that officially, if, keep in mind, if this is something that will eventually come to Live Realm, this is just a monumental change. I briefly mentioned this, just sort of as an afterthought, in my video on Tuesday. They might want to dig this beetle out of the sand, I'm not going to lie to you. But I briefly mentioned this on Tuesday, just sort of at the end of that video, where I said, there was a tweet made by the Atmoplex that says, all of this, Wizard City might finally be free after 16 years, and just sort of left it at that. I didn't really make it the centerpiece of a video, but it absolutely deserves to be the centerpiece of a video, because, I mean, let's think about it. It's like this is the Selenopolis update. This is a time for them to really go all in and just show us what they're made of. I mean, look at the fire textures. Like, this is so good. It's like they have really been hard at work on this, and personally, I am super excited for this, because if Wizard City becomes free, that means officially people can progress through the entirety of the first world in the storyline just entirely for free. And it did mention that in a reply to that tweet, the Atmoplex said the Krokotopia hub and its shops, minus the library, have also been marked as free internally. And like the shops and the library is also marked as not free, so I think that's a little interesting. But you don't need to go to the library that early on. I don't know. I think you just get sent straight to the Pyramid of Fire, so or the Pyramid of the Sun. So yeah, I'm so excited for that. It's like, this is a change that everybody has been asking for since the game's inception. It's like the paywall was always way too early. It's like, I have tried to get people into this game before, and they have hit the paywall, and they're like, okay, you know what? We're gonna play something else. We're gonna play something else today, and that's always how it's been. And although the paywall is still very early on in the game, there are 170 levels with 20 worlds, plus this expansion to Krokotopia that's incoming. I imagine that's what this mode is for. I have not actually played Test Realm yet. But that, it's like, for them to finally make all of the Wizard City storyline free, I think that is so great on their part, and I am really glad that it finally happened. And I mean, look, I'm just happy. It's like, because they with their revamping of the Krokotopia textures, which was sorely needed. I wonder if classic mode is available on here. Okay, looks like it doesn't work, but anyway, so with the retexture happening, they I'm sure they wanted people to see it. They wanted to see they wanted people to see all the hard work that they put in on this, because they absolutely did a phenomenal job with this. I think this is so well done, and words just sort of don't describe how amazing they have done with this. And this tiny little bit of this update being, you know, it's like making Wizard City free. It's like, that is generational. And it's like, people have sort of asked before, like, oh, you know, will they ever make the first arc free? And I think that it probably won't happen, let's be real. But for this to have happened, that is already just such a huge step that they've taken, and I'm happy to see that. I am absolutely glad that they've finally taken the step. That must be it off in the distance. I don't think you could see it from the Oasis, but I am sure that is Selenopolis. Maybe so. But, or maybe that's Kembalone. No, it would be Selenopolis, right? Right? Surely. I don't know. I'm gonna stop talking, but yeah, there's really no controversy to be found here. It's like that never happens. But I guess some people have been mentioning, you know, like, oh, that was immaculate. Show me that again. I'll wait for another little sandstorm to kick up. But there have been some people that have mentioned, you know, like, oh, well, why won't they refund crowns? And I'm over here like, nice as that would be, it's like, I don't think people understand just how many people have bought the areas with crowns before. It's like, I bought it with crowns on my old account, and I can phase through this. How about that? But yeah, genuinely, I would not mind it if I didn't get a refund for this, you know, 700 crowns that I spent on. I just love to see that. But yeah, I would not mind not getting a refund for that. I'm totally fine with that, because I bought it, you know, like 11, 12 years ago. So nothing bad to be found there, in my honest opinion. It's like, it's not that many crowns, for one thing. It's like, sure, you can get some extra stitches out of it, but it's genuinely just not that big of a deal. And I think it is totally fine if there are no refunds for it. And that's just my take on it. Don't think we need to see it. But, you know, if they do it, then they do it. This is not something that I'm expecting compensation for, because they just made the entirety of the first story world free. Like, let's be real here. That is huge. I'm just gonna take it at face value. I'm just gonna accept that and run with it, because I am totally 100% fine with that. And yeah, man, I'm so glad. I'm so glad they finally did this. It took them forever, and just overall, very happy with that decision. It was about time, you know. It's like I was saying, 16 years of just the first, Cyclops Lane and Firecat Alley being like locked behind the paywall. It's like, that is a whole extra hour to 2 hours of content that they just made for free. It's like, that'll get more people hooked. And there's another thing that I want to mention, just in this regard. They can market the game better now, because they've always marketed it as, you know, free to play, that type of deal, and that's always just been a lie. And it still is a lie with this, but they can definitely get more people into it, and they can start, you know, marketing the game better. It's like, if people get to Crocotopia, it's like they get told all this about Crocotopia. It's like, come to Crocotopia, find the Croconomicon, stop Malastare. But and it's like, they get here, they see just this amazing, beautiful looking desert world, and it's like they want a piece of that. So Sergeant Major Talbot will send them into the Pyramid of the Sun, and they'll get hit by the paywall. But at that point, they'll be like, oh, you know, I've seen a little bit of what this game has to offer, and I am so down for that. And, you know, more people will buy membership as a result of that. My hands are clipping through the boat. But this is another thing. I posted a screenshot of fellow content creator Cookie4U's ride on the boat. And I think it's so cool that you get to just sit here now. It's a little awkward that the player is the one bouncing up and down instead of the boat, but I'll take it. It definitely looks a lot nicer than just sitting there. And yeah, it's just a nice little cinematic boat ride. You can still see Selenopolis out in the distance. And yeah, I mean, it is just such... I love this update, man. It's I'm really excited for it. I can't wait to stream this, stream through the storyline. I'll probably do that later today. Just have been exceedingly busy this week. But yeah, wish me luck on the exam that I have today. So yeah, for the time being though, Niles is gone, Crab Rave. So for the time being though, I just wanted to say thank y'all for watching this video. We got the balance school and everything. That's crazy. So thank y'all for watching. I've been Ice Gold. Be sure to like, subscribe, and leave like 50 comments for the algorithm. What the hell are you banging on? What?